Hi, kiddos. I miss you. I can't wait for all the friends that are going to get on Zoom tomorrow. That'll be really fun. Be prepared. Have your book that you're going to review ready. Remember, you're going to either give your book 2 thumbs up if you love it, 1 thumb up if you like it, 1 thumb down if you don't really like it, 2 thumbs down if you hate it. So just remember that, and you're going to say one reason why you either like or dislike your book. So it'll be really fun. Today we're going to read The Smallest Girl in the Smallest Grade. It is written by Justin Roberts and illustrated by Christian Robinson. So let's get started. Hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe. She was the smallest girl in the smallest grade. Sure, her name could be heard in the daily roll call, and she marched with her books down at the same school hall, but hardly anyone noticed young Sally McCabe. And they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super extra special attention. To the abandoned kite with the tangled string, to the 27 keys on the janitor's ring, to the leaves as they turned from green to gold in the fall, to the time Johnny Torino was tripped in the hall. She watched as the wildflowers tipped toward the light and heard the howl of a hound dog one night. She was there when the stray cats who normally fought conducted a meeting in the church parking lot. She saw Kevin McEwen get pushed off a slide and the oncoming tears that he wanted to hide. And she'll never forget that parent-teacher day when Billy's much larger father suddenly dragged him away. But through all the mean words and all the cold stares, no one even noticed that Sally was there. And they certainly didn't know, or at least didn't mention, that Sally was paying super extra special attention. She'd seen how a whisper could make someone cower, like a bulldozer crushing through fields of wildflowers, and it kept piling up, this discarded debris, those beautiful kites tangled in trees. So on February 3rd at 11:29, she stepped straight out of that lunchroom line. She said, "I'm tired of seeing this terrible stuff. Stop hurting each other. This is enough." Now, a few laughed out loud or didn't care that there was some girl with her hand in the air. But then something super extra special happened that day as Howard O. Henry suddenly set down his tray. Like waves rolling in one after another, first rose Molly, then Michael's twin brother. It was Tyrone and Terrence, then Amanda and Paul, who pushed out their chairs and stretched their arms tall. From the friendly lunch lady with the dishes she carted to that new third grade teacher who had only recently started. Yes, everyone there, even Principal Claire, had joined little Sally with their fingers in the air. And though hound dogs were destined to howl at the night, and most stray cat meetings would end up as fights, and kites would continue to get stuck in trees, they all felt for a moment like the janitor's keys, fastened together with a heavy steel ring that held all the secrets to unlock everything. As the world returned to the way that it was, Sally noticed the difference, as she usually does, when Billy paused briefly to open the door for Mrs. O'Connell and 17 more, or when Molly scooched over to make some space on the coral riser for Ellen and Grace. These moments that had often get taken for granted, a wildflower appearing that no one had planted. The swings soon resumed their rhythm and sway, and the day turned to night and night turned to day. Some people remembered and would quite often mention that Sally had been paying super extra special attention, and how the world could transform and a change could be made by the smallest girl in the smallest grade. So I really like that book, boys and girls. It reminds me a lot of when we were talking about kindness during the Positivity Project, and about how we talked about how sometimes you do one nice thing and it kind of snowballs. So you do something nice, and then the person you did something nice for is happy and wants to kind of pay it forward, and then they do something nice for somebody else, and it just continues and continues and continues. So I like how that kind of happened in this story. It seemed like they sort of changed the way that they treated each other at school. But you're all pretty nice to each other at school, so let's just keep that up when we go back next year. All right. I will be ready for you tomorrow at 5, and we're going to Zoom and we're going to talk about some books. Okay, I can't wait. Have a great night, kiddos. Bye.